What's up, gang? Welcome back to Pretty Girl Gang TV, where we do nothing but conduct pretty girl business. Okay, it's your girl Jeanina here, and I am back with another video for you guys. And in today's video, we are testing out a new primer. Now, it's not new. It's been out for maybe 3 or 4 months, but I had to pick it up, girl, because this thing is very affordable, and she could be a dupe for the coveted Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. So if you guys want to see that, keep on watching. Okay, so today we're going to test the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, you guys. This is how it looks, and it is in clear. This is how the packaging looks if you are interested. I am going to read some specs off of the box here really quick before we get into it. So it says, keep makeup in place with this clear gel primer full of skin-loving ingredients like hyaluronic acid for skin that looks and feels great. Okay, so I did look up some specs. I will put them on the screen either here or here. It didn't necessarily say how long it should be gripping and just keeping your makeup in place, but it did say it has some really good skincare products in there like hyaluronic acid. It's supposed to help moisturize your skin, and it's clear, so it's perfect for all skin tones and all skin type. So I'm really stoked about this, because if you guys watch my channel, you guys know I love the Hydro Grip Milk Makeup Primer. No, Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. All these grips, all these grip primers, Power Grip, Hydro Grip, grip, right? Okay. So I love the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I do have some now, but that thing is $39. Okay, so if there is something at a more affordable price that is pretty much the same or even better, might I say, even better, I'm willing to try. So today's foundation we're going to try this primer with is the KVD Beauty Good Apple, and I chose this foundation because even though I do love this foundation, it gives you crazy coverage. I'm going to show you guys in a minute. If you guys haven't seen my review on this baby when she first came out, I will link her in the cards above. My reasoning on choosing this foundation in order to test with this gripping primer is because even though I do love this foundation, I feel like it does not stay on me as well, and it could be because the formula is like very hydrating, and I feel like hydrating things on me, because I am a natural oily girl, especially when it starts to get warm. It's spring now, even though it's still cold, it's kind of warm. So I feel like when it's warm and I'm oily, like this definitely does not last. So since this primer is supposed to be gripping and not moving your makeup, helping your makeup stay on, I thought we would try out this foundation just to give it a shot. All right, you guys, so my face is freshly washed and clean. It is a little bit dry, so you might see like a little bit of ash here, a little bit of dusty ash, girl, because normally I would put like moisturizer or something first, because I've been using a lot of acne products, so it's been drying my skin out lately. So I would normally use like some type of moisturizer or a sunscreen or something first, and then my primer. But because we want to test the power grip of Miss Power Grip, honey, we're not going to put anything on except for this primer. So I'm going to show you guys the consistency of it. Wow. Okay, she's really thick. Ooh, but goopy at the same time. Okay, so not as thick. No, you know what? I would say thicker than the Hydro Grip Primer. It's definitely thicker. Just a more runny consistency, because I feel like the Hydro Grip Primer is not this thick. Oh, okay. And you see how it's getting harder for me to like run my hand smoothly across? I don't know if you guys can hear that. So it definitely has some grip to it, and it's definitely drying pretty quickly on my skin. Wow. It definitely has more grip than the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. It has way more grip. It's more tackier, and it doesn't take that long. I feel like with Milk Makeup's Hydro Grip, it takes a little while for it to kind of settle. This seems like it's settling already. Okay. So Let's check the directions. The Milk Makeup, you're supposed to wait until it gets tacky. So this is already tacky. So it says apply evenly to face before makeup using your fingertips to put onto skin. The warmth of your fingers will help the product melt into skin for even application. Allow 30 seconds to set her before applying makeup. 30 seconds, okay. I don't know what the Milk Makeup timing is to set, but I honestly feel like this one is just a lot quicker. It's tacky a lot quicker. Okay, so I feel like that's a good sign. So we're going to use, like I said, Miss KVD Beauty Good Apple, just for reference, because I know a lot of you watch my channel for the shades, because we're like shade twins. I have some shade twins out there. Hey, shade twin, you know who you are. I've been like talking to you on the posts and stuff. So in the Good Apple foundation, I have 10068, and I'm going to use one of my Sigma brushes here, because for some reason I cannot find my my old, not KVD, but Kat Von D makeup brush that I would normally use with, like, you know, KVD products. Okay, so I'm gonna go kind of light with this, because as you can see, it's nothing but coverage, honey. Like nothing but nothing but coverage. This foundation is nothing but coverage, and I'm not doing too much today. I'm just running a few errands. I'm gonna drop off some orders from my brand. Shameless plug, shopcalimentality.com. I need to go to Sephora and see what items I can pick up, because today is the first day of the Sephora sale. So I'm not doing too much, but I did want to have a little bit of coverage. And definitely this primer is gripping. And I feel like it's even changing the consistency of the foundation. As you can see, this foundation is classified as like skin conditioning and moisturizing, and it's kind of, to be honest, I feel like it's making it a little bit matte. And it is hard for me to kind of drag my brush against my skin now, because of the primer. So this primer is probably gonna do what it says it does, okay? Because it's definitely harder to kind of blend my makeup out, which is a little annoying, but at the same time, it's a blessing, especially if I feel like if it works, like if it really does, you know, hold your makeup in place. Just switching to a smaller brush just to get in those smaller areas here. Okay, so let me take a look here. So I feel like this is as much as foundation I'm gonna put on, because like I said, I don't wanna do too much, because I'm gonna do very little. So I want minimal makeup. So I haven't used this foundation in a while, but what I do remember is that it gave off more of a sheen, because I feel like the finish of this foundation is supposed to be a natural finish. And it is still giving me natural, but the shine is a little bit more dumbed down. I feel like now it's kind of giving me matte. Even though you can see a little bit of shine here and in my T-zone, it's not as, I guess, luminous as it could be. And I think that's because of the primer. I think the Power Grip Primer is changing the consistency of the foundation just a little bit. It's not dire, okay? So I feel like if you use this with a dewy foundation, I feel like it'll change it, but not to the point where it's completely matte. Like, it's definitely still luminous, but not as. So just keep that in mind, that I feel like this primer probably is better for like matte foundation, or more of a natural finish like this. Not necessarily dewy and just super luminous, because I feel like it would change it, especially if you want, because I know with my foundations, I have, even though I'm oily, I have luminous and dewy foundations, because sometimes I want that look. So if you really want that dewy, luminous look, I don't think you should use this primer. But anyway, we'll get into that after I finish the rest of my makeup. So I am going to do the rest of my makeup on camera just so we can see how it plays with my normal products that I use. So I'm going to use just a little bit of concealer. This is the Lip Bars Quick Conceal or Quick Caffeine Concealer. Go over it with my foundation brush just to blend it in a little better. And before I set my under eye with my trusty Laura Mercier, I am going to just make sure that the concealer is blended out well underneath my eye, because I do have a little bit of fine lines going on and I don't want to set those fine lines. Also gonna set the top of my eyelids with just a little bit of powder. I'm gonna do a little bronzing with Benefit's Hula Toasted, just a little bit, because we need to add some dimension to this face. Not going to use any falsies today, so I am going to be using my mascara from Merit Beauty. I'm gonna line my lips with Juvia's Place. Just a little bit before I use my lip oil, because I don't know, like lately I've been going out and I just can't not line my lip. Like, is that you, girl? Like, I don't know, I feel like ever since I guess fell into the lip lining trend, because I wasn't really lining my lips unless I had a color that I felt like looked better with a liner. I have to do it now. Like, I just have to. Even if it's just a little bit, I feel like I have to line my lips. And this is the lip oil that I'm using. It's by Merit Beauty. I might have to get some more of these. I just love how moisturizing it is, and then how it just has a little tint of color. I just feel like it's perfect for when you just don't want to do too much. Hey girls, so I'm back and it is currently 6:26 at night, so roughly 5 to 6 hours. We tested this primer. I'm gonna tell you guys my final thoughts, how I feel about it. Girl, as you can see, like pretty much my makeup, I feel like around here, I'm looking in the mirror over here, like pretty much my makeup around here is like pretty much gone. I don't know what you guys are seeing on camera, but it's a little patchy because I was wearing my mask. Like, I still wear my mask, especially like indoors in the mall around people. I'm still wearing my mask, so I have my mask on for, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes to an hour, because I did go to Sephora and I found some goodies. So I can't wait to share with you guys the stuff that I got. I also purchased some things in store, and I also ordered some stuff online. So yeah, I dropped off some orders. I mean, it's been pretty busy. I didn't think I was gonna be out this long, but I'm glad I was, because I ended up testing it for 5 to 6 hours, which I feel like is pretty good. But anyway, let's get into my final thoughts of this primer. Okay, so a few things about this primer. Let's start with the differences first, because I don't even know what to start with. Let's start with the differences. So girl, so first of all, like I said, my makeup is gone a little bit, but that was because of the mask, definitely not because of the primer. So let's start with that. The differences from the Power Play from the Hydro Grip Milk Makeup one. I definitely feel like I like the consistency of the Power Play e.l.f. better than the Milk Makeup, and let me tell you guys why. So I feel like it's thicker. I definitely know that the e.l.f. is thicker than the Hydro Grip. And because of that, I feel like it just kind of hydrated my skin a little bit better. Like I said, I've been dealing with dry skin a little bit because I've been using a lot of different acne products for my hyperpigmentation, so I've been dealing with that. Like I mentioned in the beginning, normally I would have put a moisturizer first, but I wanted to test this primer in its full glory without anything. So I'm struggling with a little bit of dry skin. So when I do put stuff on my face, I feel like it, because it's dry, it will just kind of suck it up, you know, really quickly. And I feel like I would have to like put something else under, but I didn't feel like that with this primer. So I like it a little better because it's thicker and it just kind of covers my face a little bit better. That's like the best I can explain it to you. So I feel like if you're a dry girl, this is definitely going to work. Right now, the rest of my face, I am a little oily. Now my oils will tend to break about 6 to 7 hour mark. So I am a little oily just like on my brow area though, not really on the bottom of my face. So you can see that I am a little shiny here, but I mean, nothing's transferring or anything like that. So I feel like if I were to like fully let my oils break out, it wouldn't really be a big deal. But I also feel like there's a difference when I'm oily and when I'm like, I don't know, what's the word, greasy? Maybe greasy, because I feel like when I'm greasy, my makeup is just falling apart, the concealer is breaking apart, everything is like gone, powder can't save it, right? But when it comes to oily, I feel like I can blot a little bit, put a little bit of powder, maybe a little bit of spray, and it'll get back to that. So I feel like that's where I'm at now. I'm a little bit oily, not so much greasy. And I definitely feel like this would handle your oils pretty good. Like I said, also the weather plays a factor when it comes to my makeup as well. I feel like when it's a little bit on the cooler, warmer side, my makeup lasts a little bit longer. So we'll take that into account because it is spring, but it's still a little bit cooler here in Virginia. So it's not like sweltering hot. So I feel like if it was sweltering hot, you know, that would be the real test. But you know, it's still a little bit, it's warm, but not so much warm here. So I feel like that is a factor as well. But despite my oils coming out, I feel like it did a great job. Now, back to the differences because I went off a little bit. Back to the differences. So one of the differences between the e.l.f. and the Hydro Grip is that the e.l.f. is a lot more thicker. I feel like it kind of absorbs into your skin a little bit better. It also gets tacky faster. Now, while I was out, because when we were testing this out, I didn't know the directions of the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. And I went upstairs to my makeup room to see if I still had the box, and I didn't. So I had to actually like go on Milk Makeup website and look up the directions. So this is what I found out. So remember when we were reading the specs for the e.l.f., it said to let it sit for 30 seconds. The Milk Makeup Hydro Grip says to let it sit for 1 minute. So I was right. The e.l.f. primer does get tacky faster than the Milk Makeup, which I feel like is a plus. Cause especially when you're doing your makeup, I don't know about you guys, but when I do my makeup sometimes I'm in a rush. Girl, sometimes I'm in a rush. And sometimes I will literally put my primer on before I even do my brows because I know I need to let it sit and then I'm rushing. You know, so I feel like the 30 seconds next to the minute is also a plus. And also it just, I don't know, it just got tackier faster. So I knew that the e.l.f. primer was a little bit more quicker, and I like that. I liked how it just got tacky all of a sudden. You didn't have to wait a little bit like the Milk Makeup. So take that as you want to, girl, but the e.l.f. primer you let sit for 30 seconds. Milk Makeup you let sit for a minute. Also, I don't think I mentioned this, but there isn't really a smell. Okay, there isn't really a smell with the Hydro Grip either, so they both have not really a fragrance. It just smells kind of like a gel, so there's no fragrance, so I think that's a good thing as well. So to be honest, you guys, I feel like e.l.f. did a thing. Okay, I feel like e.l.f. did a thing. Like, is this an actual dupe or is it better than Milk Hydro Grip Primer? Like, to be honest, in my opinion, girl, I feel like it's better. I don't even feel like it's a dupe. I feel like it's better. And it's more affordable. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go pick up another one because I feel like I'm gonna be using this primer a lot. I do want to say one thing about it though. One thing about it that I think is important, when I did put it on, remember I told you guys I used the KVD Good Apple foundation, and normally that foundation has like a natural luminous finish. Well, I do feel like the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, I do feel like it changed the, what do you call it, the composition or the finish of the overall makeup. So like I said, it's supposed to be natural, and normally when I wear it with other primers, it is like a natural kind of luminous hydrating look. But with the Power Grip Primer, I feel like it kind of made it more on the matte side. It kind of dumped down the shine a little bit. And not to say that it completely made it matte, because it didn't. And I'm not saying that this primer is just like only if you're gonna wear matte foundation. It's not, but I feel like take that in consideration. If you're a girl that wears mostly dewy and luminous, and you want to keep that overall dewy and luminous without any change, I don't think I would wear this primer, because I feel like it definitely changed the composition or the finish of my makeup. Now, I am, like I said, a naturally oily girl, but I do have different foundations for different reasons. If you guys watch my channel, I have like over 50 foundations at this point. I love dewy foundations, I love luminous, I love mattifying. I mean, I have different foundations for different reasons. So I still like my luminous and dewy foundations to be luminous and dewy. And for me, if I want to wear a luminous and dewy foundation, and I want that full effect of luminous and dewy, I'm not gonna use this primer. Because I'm not saying that it completely mattified the foundation, let's be clear, but I feel like it did change it, and it did make it a little, it did dump down the shine a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my tip. If you're like one of those luminous dewy foundations and you want the full effect, I wouldn't use that primer. And yeah, girl, so that is pretty much my thoughts on the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Do I recommend it? Yes. It is only $10. It is affordable. Snatch them up before everyone else does, girl, okay? If you guys did like this video, don't forget to give me a like, subscribe to the channel, girl, and when you do subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time the gang posts a video, okay? And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.